Hi, welcome to another episode of the WIT podcast. This one is a little different because you'll see it's just me on the screen. And what we're going to be chatting about today, it's a solo Q&A episode, but there's really only one question that I'm answering on this episode. So if you know me, you know that I run an organization called WIT, Whatever It Takes. And I am committed to amplifying teen voices, especially in the space of entrepreneurship, business, social movement. So WIT helps teenagers launch businesses, social movements, maybe scale your business if you already have a business. And we also do virtual pitch competitions. We have a fun announcement coming out about a big pitch competition that we're doing in 2022. That'll be fun. And all of you will be invited to apply for that. But the thing is, I've realized over the years, and even recently with the launch of WIT Fast Pitch on the Doing WIT Instagram page, is that a lot of young people, they have business ideas or they even have a business, but they don't know how to pitch it. And so when pitch competitions come up, they kind of take themselves out of the game because they think that it's like Shark Tank and they don't have enough to talk about with their business, or they're not sure exactly how to talk about their business or about money when it comes to their pitching. So I thought I would put together this. I'm going to keep it short because I think attention span, I value that you have a lot of things that are pulling you in different directions as young people. And I want to make sure that I respect your time with this episode. So here's what we're going to talk about today. Pitching, the 4 C's for pitching. And I'm looking down because I have it in my notes right here. And I want to make sure that I touch on these things. So my belief is that if you keep in mind the 4 C's when you're pitching or prepping your pitch, then you have a higher chances of being successful with your pitch. So the first one is something that you just got to learn how to do as an entrepreneur. If it does not come easy for you, we can do a whole other episode kind of on like, not fake it till you make it, but just how to do it anyways, even if you're not always feeling 100% confident. So the first C is be confident. The bottom line is nobody knows your business as well as you do. And so even if they're 20 years older than you, 30 years older than you, and they start coming at you with the questions or challenging what you've done, you get to hold your ground. And you can say, if you have somebody after you've pitched where they're second guessing you, or you can kind of feel that their line of questioning is that they're going to try to have a gotcha moment with you, you can always say, that's a really great question. I'll get back to you later. Or sounds like that's something that you're actually really knowledgeable about. Would you mind scheduling time with me later to talk about that? Maybe you could teach me a few things. Being confident doesn't mean that you're going to have all the answers. Being confident is knowing that sometimes you don't have all the answers and you don't have to pretend that you do. It is very, very obvious when I'm in pitch competitions. I can tell when someone's like bloviating, meaning that it's like they're just kind of talking a little bit bigger than what's really going on. And I understand why they're doing that, but that's not someone that I'm willing to invest in. The idea might be good, but I like the realness. I like people that own what their strengths are and their weaknesses are. But the bottom line would be confident as one of the C's of being prepared to have a successful pitch is that you have done the work. This is your business and you get to be confident in what you've done and own what you've done. And let's say, for example, you're coming on WIT Fast Pitch, would be a great platform for all of you to try to get on. It's a great, easy way to learn how to pitch quick and fast. You can be confident if you've only sold 5 things, then say that you've sold 5 things. That's 5 more than most adults on this planet who have had an idea about a business and they haven't even launched it. So sometimes people will lie about their numbers. And I can always tell when someone's lying about their numbers, because plus when I was starting my business, I kind of did the same thing. So I understand why people are doing it. So it's easy to spot it when they are. I just think it's important to be confident in what you've done, what you've accomplished, and taking into consideration that you are a student who plays sports or does theater. I was a theater kid growing up and I played sports, but you've got other things going on. So you're not 100% focused on your business the whole time, and that's fine. Just be confident in where you're at with your business and where you want to go with your business. Also be confident when it comes to the Q&A part of a pitch competition. If you don't have the answer to the question, you get to say, great question, I'll get back to you. Or sounds like this is something that you might know a lot more about than I do. Would you be open to scheduling time with me later to talk to me about that and teaching me more? Let's see what the adult says when you say that. Okay, so be confident. Now be concise. This is getting a little bit more tactical. When you're talking about your business, you should be able to say what you do in one sentence. So for example, I just got back from a trip where I was teaching in Mexico at a resort, and so that meant that I was meeting new people, and I was asked, what do you do? What does WIT do? And my really simple answer is, we help tweens and teens become entrepreneurs. That's the really easy answer. And then people will then ask more about it. Oh, how do you do that? Where do you do that? Tell me more. Like, they'll ask specific questions and I'll answer those questions. So when I answer what I do or what WIT does, I don't speak for 4 minutes nonstop about all of our different courses, WIT community, hangouts, podcasts. I have a one sentence answer that allows them then to ask questions about that. Now, when you're pitching, the way this connects to pitching is that you should be able to answer what you do in a sentence or two. And then your how you do it in a sentence or two. You think about it. If it takes a lot of words and sentences for you to describe your business, then you need to you got to take some time to get clearer on how you can share your business and your mission in a way that makes it digestible to somebody who is not in your industry or doesn't even know anything about what you're doing. You may have a stationery business or a jewelry business. You may say, what's your company? Oh, my company is this. What do you do? We sell jewelry that I hand make, and each piece of jewelry goes towards supporting fill in the blank. I make jewelry that helps people be reminded of a favorite place. So I'm thinking about Kylie, who has free roaming jewelry, and she has something called the zip necklace, and she engraves your zip code on there of a special place. And each percentage of proceeds, there's a percentage of proceeds that goes to helping a cause. So she would say, my company is Free Roaming Jewelry. I hand make jewelry, and each piece, part of the profits goes towards helping animals in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. She has a better description than I do, but I'm just keeping it really simple. You want to be concise. When people have to take up a lot of sentences to describe what they do or how they do it, it makes me think, the pitch judge, that you don't quite know what you do and how you do it. What you do and how you do something there is a difference. Also be concise with somebody says, well, how do you make money? I mean, at WIT, somebody would say, well, how do you make money? Oh, we have a couple revenue streams. We provide classes that people pay tuition for. We have something called WIT Community, which is a monthly membership fee. We also have other things like pitch competitions that you can pay to participate in. We also have gear that we sell that you can buy on our online shop. So we have multiple streams of revenue, of ways to make money at WIT. I don't then talk about each sweatshirt design or the next pitch competition or what you get for that membership fee. It's very clear. And then I allow them the chance to then ask follow-up questions. Just noticing, I got a bee sting. So I'm just noticing how my hand is still very swollen. I digress. Okay. Be confident, be concise. The next one is be clear. How much money do you make with each necklace that you sell? The cost of the necklace is $25. we make $10 off of it after the cost of paying off the supplies and the shipping. And from that $10, we give $2 to a charity. Clear, concise, be concise. How many sweatshirts designs do you have? Well, we actually have 2 sweatshirts that we sell. One's a hoodie, one's an oversized boyfriend sweatshirt. The hoodie is cropped, and mostly that seems to appeal to the women. And then the oversized kind of boyfriend sweatshirt is been being worn by all genders. That's actually, I didn't answer that question as well. I'm thinking about this all on the fly, but it's about, and then maybe you get into the cost of something. I just think that the biggest thing that I see and I hear when people pitch is they make it really complicated, what they do and how they do it. And the other thing that I just want to say is, and this is not your fault, young people, you don't really have public speaking courses in school anymore. I did a lot of public speaking in school because I was into theater, but I also had speech classes, public speaking classes. And so that really was helpful. You don't. So you need the practice, and WIT will give you the practice through our pitch competitions and things like that. But I think a lot of times the reason that you're not signing up for the podcast or signing up for WIT pitch is because you're like, I don't know how to put a pitch together. I don't really know how to say it. And I don't really talk in front of people a lot or talk in front of the screen a lot. So just know that I know that too, that we are also needing to address the fact that you're not given a lot of opportunities to practice public speaking at school. But that's okay. Remember, we're not victims, we're the victors of our life. So we just take the time to learn how to do something, even if it's not being taught in school. The other thing about being clear, so I have be confident, be concise, be clear. It's important to be clear also when people ask you, when you have an ask. So in a pitch, you always include an ask. And in the ask, it should be very clear what you need. I need $1,000 because I need to buy, fill in the blank. I need $10,000 because we're looking to hire somebody, or we're looking to pay for this software. Be very clear about what you need and how you're going to use it. It could be, we need an introduction to somebody who's built apps before because we want to build an app that goes alongside with this product. So if you have anybody that you know that has built an app, we would love to talk to them. You don't want to be saying, I don't know, a lot during your pitch. Even if you don't know the answer to a question, what you get to say is, that's a very good question. Let me get back to you with an answer. Or, thank you for that question. Are you open to talking to me after this pitch competition? I feel like I could learn a lot from you, and this might be an area where you can help me. These are just ways that you can, 1, build relationships with people, 2, gracefully acknowledge that you don't know everything and you're okay with that, and that you're not going to be embarrassed for not having the answer to something. You're growing, you're learning, you're an entrepreneur that's like young in the game. So don't let anybody like shame you or make you feel like you're behind. So confident, concise, clear, compelling. Sometimes if someone's pitching and I'm not quite clear on how they're making their money or like a few other things, I'll let that slide if they're really compelling in their story. So remember, a pitch should really be pulling at my brain and my heartstrings. You should be telling me a story that I should be caring about. Like, why do I care about this business? Why do I care about this social movement? Tell me why I should care. Tie it back to your journey. If you make purses, tell me about the time that your grandmother sat you down and taught you how to use a sewing machine for the first time, and that helped you build a relationship with your grandmother. And every time that you make something, you think of her, or you've named a product line after her because she was such an influence on your life. Tell me a story. It has to be compelling for me to care. I am not, that's just the truth. I can't even tell you, I can't remember honestly how many pitch competitions I've sat in. The ones that start with a compelling reason as to why I should care, or a compelling fact, like there are X number of students that go hungry every year during school break because they're no longer getting their breakfast and lunch at school. So that's why you should care about my business, which provides food to students during school breaks. Okay, it's compelling. You've given me data. You've told I care about kids. So that's interesting to me. I had no idea that those numbers existed or that was an issue. So again, it's compelling. I'm going to go over them again. So the 4 C's: be confident, be concise, be clear, be compelling. If you want me to dive even deeper to like the exact components or elements you should have in a pitch, let me know. But my goal is to really, I just feel that a lot of you are not taking the chances and the opportunities to go to pitch competitions or participate in virtual pitch competitions because you just don't know what's expected of you, or you're afraid that you aren't successful enough, or that your business isn't a serious enough business. That's not true. You just need to learn how to tell the story of your business. And you do that by being confident in what you've achieved so far, being clear about what you need from people, and to being concise about what you do and how you do it, and being compelling, giving a pitch that makes me care more about your business and makes me want to buy greeting cards from you or a purse, or maybe I don't want to buy those things from you, but I know somebody who might, or I can make an introduction to a shop that might carry your jewelry because you told me you had such a compelling pitch about how you're balancing school and your business and sports and your life. Tell me that story, make me care, and then tell me the facts about your business in a very clear and concise way, and be confident because you've done the work and you can sit in that you have done the work and that you are still young and you are learning and you don't have to have all the answers. Nobody does. Even the adults that act like they do not have all the answers. Okay. I hope this was helpful. If it brought you value, comment below, share, tell me if you want me to dive deeper on this topic of pitching. I just want to see your names applying to the different pitch competitions so that you can earn some money for your business and also just get the word out there. At WIT, our teens go on TV, they go on the radio, they get interviewed for articles, and they need to learn how to be confident, clear, concise, compelling. They got to learn how to do that. And I figured that maybe some of you that aren't enrolled in our WIT programs would also benefit from hearing these tips. I hope this brought you value. And wherever this finds you, first of all, thank you for spending your time with me. And also remember that your ideas matter. The world does need them. You're never too young to make a difference. You're never too young to start using your voice. And just remember, keep doing whatever it takes for yourself and then for others. Okay.